I committed no crime. I am fighting for the freedom of my people as contained in the constitution of the zoo called Nigeria. I did no wrong. That was why after 2 years they could not prove any case. Even till now, we are still in court. They cannot prove any case. And people talk as if they are so moronic that an animal is better than them. They say I insult them. I insult you because you can't reason properly. I did nothing wrong. Calling for the establishment, or should I say the restoration of Biafra, is within provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is very clear and straightforward. It's there. Go and check it yourself. And you're asking me to be happy instead of me to be upset that I was arrested. Did I commit any crime? Did I commit any crime? The answer is no. I committed no crime. I am fighting for the freedom of my people as contained in the constitution of the zoo called Nigeria. I did no wrong. That was why after 2 years they could not prove any case. Even till now, we are still in court. They cannot prove any case. And people talk as if they are so moronic that an animal is better than them. They say I insult them. I insult you because you can't reason properly. I did nothing wrong. Calling for the establishment, or should I say the restoration of Biafra, is within provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is very clear and straightforward. It's there. Go and check it yourself. And you're asking me to be happy instead of me to be upset that I was arrested. Did I commit any crime? Did I commit any crime? The answer is no. I committed no crime. I am fighting for the freedom of my people as contained in the constitution of the zoo called Nigeria. I did no wrong. That was why after 2 years they could not prove any case. Even till now, we are still in court. They cannot prove any case. And people talk as if they are so moronic that an animal is better than them. They say I insult them. I insult you because you can't reason properly. I did nothing wrong. Calling for the establishment, or should I say the restoration of Biafra, is within provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is very clear and straightforward. It's there. Go and check it yourself. And you're asking me to be happy instead of me to be upset that I was arrested. Did I commit any crime? Did I commit any crime? The answer is no. I committed no crime. I am fighting for the freedom of my people as contained in the constitution of the zoo called Nigeria. I did no wrong. That was why after 2 years they could not prove any case. Even till now, we are still in court. They cannot prove any case. And people talk as if they are so moronic that an animal is better than them. They say I insult them. I insult you because you can't reason properly. I did nothing wrong. Calling for the establishment, or should I say the restoration of Biafra, is within provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is very clear and straightforward. It's there. Go and check it yourself. And you're asking me to be happy instead of me to be upset that I was arrested. Did I commit any crime? Did I commit any crime? The answer is no. I committed no crime. I am fighting for the freedom of my people as contained in the constitution of the zoo called Nigeria. I did no wrong. That was why after 2 years they could not prove any case. Even till now, we are still in court. They cannot prove any case. And people talk as if they are so moronic that an animal is better than them. They say I insult them. I insult you because you can't reason properly. I did nothing wrong. Calling for the establishment, or should I say the restoration of Biafra, is within provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is very clear and straightforward. It's there. Go and check it yourself. And you're asking me to be happy instead of me to be upset that I was arrested. Did I commit any crime? Did I commit any crime? The answer is no. I committed no crime. I am fighting for the freedom of my people as contained in the constitution of the zoo called Nigeria. I did no wrong. That was why after 2 years they could not prove any case. Even till now, we are still in court. They cannot prove any case. And people talk as if they are so moronic that an animal is better than them. They say I insult them. I insult you because you can't reason properly. I did nothing wrong. Calling for the establishment, or should I say the restoration of Biafra, is within provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is very clear and straightforward. It's there. Go and check it yourself. And you're asking me to be happy instead of me to be upset that I was arrested. Did I commit any crime? Did I commit any crime? The answer is no. I committed no crime. I am fighting for the freedom of my people as contained in the constitution of the zoo called Nigeria. I did no wrong. That was why after 2 years they could not prove any case. Even till now, we are still in court. They cannot prove any case. And people talk as if they are so moronic that an animal is better than them. They say I insult them. I insult you because you can't reason properly. I did nothing wrong. Calling for the establishment, or should I say the restoration of Biafra, is within provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is very clear and straightforward. It's there. Go and check it yourself. And you're asking me to be happy instead of me to be upset that I was arrested. Did I commit any crime? Did I commit any crime? The answer is no. I committed no crime. I am fighting for the freedom of my people as contained in the constitution of the zoo called Nigeria. I did no wrong. That was why after 2 years they could not prove any case. Even till now, we are still in court. They cannot prove any case. And people talk as if they are so moronic that an animal is better than them. They say I insult them. I insult you because you can't reason properly. I did nothing wrong. Calling for the establishment, or should I say the restoration of Biafra, is within provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is very clear and straightforward. It's there. Go and check it yourself. And you're asking me to be happy instead of me to be upset that I was arrested. Did I commit any crime? Did I commit any crime? The answer is no. I committed no crime. I am fighting for the freedom of my people as contained in the constitution of the zoo called Nigeria. I did no wrong. That was why after 2 years they could not prove any case. Even till now, we are still in court, they cannot prove any case. And people talk as if they are so moronic that an animal is better than them. They say I insult them. I insult you because you can't reason properly. I did nothing wrong. Calling for the establishment, or should I say the restoration of Biafra, is within provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is very clear and straightforward. It's there. Go and check it yourself. And you're asking me to be happy instead of me to be upset that I was arrested. Did I commit any crime? Did I commit any crime? The answer is no. I committed no crime. I am fighting for the freedom of my people as contained in the Constitution of the zoo called Nigeria. I did no wrong. That was why after 2 years they could not prove any case. Even till now, we are still in court, they cannot prove any case. And people talk as if they are so moronic that an animal is better than them. They say I insult them. I insult you because you can't reason properly. I did nothing wrong. Calling for the establishment, or should I say the restoration of Biafra, is within provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is very clear and straightforward. It's there. Go and check it yourself. And you're asking me to be happy instead of me to be upset.
You that is vulnerable to the terrorist. It is you that have not done anything to save yourself that is vulnerable to the terrorists. So, this lockdown of Biafra territory, it is in the right direction. So, if you are in Biafra territory, remember that 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 of December is lockdown. Observe it because it is part of the eviction process of Nigeria facilities from Biafra territory. If you are not in Biafra land, then prepare your coffin because Boko Haram will take you out anytime. I'm telling you, but if you are in Biafra land, observe your lockdown. Because as you are observing the lockdown, you are tightening up the security against the terrorists. You are checkmating the terrorists. You are sitting up. You are keeping watch. Yes. You are preparing yourself against the terrorists that are trying to invade. When they want to invade, you will know how to hold them, how to attack them, to bring them down. Yes. You are awakening your subconsciousness. You are waking up your security alert. While those that do not know the usefulness of sit at home, that do not know what Biafra people are doing, and they are calling it noise making, noise making, noise making. Those ones, as they live here now, Boko Haram will take them down. Yes, because they are very useless. Boko Haram is preparing for them because they are not taking the message of freedom and liberation. Because Mazinam, they cannot preach this message since 2012. They did not listen. If they had listened since 2012, what is happening to them today will not be happening. Yes. If they had listened since 2012 that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was preaching, that these terrorists are coming, they will rape your women and children. They will kidnap you, they will marry you off forcefully. If you had listened, will you all be crying today, carrying 200 caskets to go and bury? You carry, you go, Boko Haram has finished us, Boko Haram has killed us, Fulani terrorists have killed us. You go and cry. You carry your dead bodies, you bury, you come back, you sit down. You wait for another people to be killed by Boko Haram. Yet you're not doing anything. You're only crying. You're only crying. You're only crying. When you see Biafra people beef up their security now, that one becomes a topic to you. You begin to cry. Continue to cry well. If you are in Biafra land, observe your lockdown because it is security checkmate against the terrorists. It is a process that you use to eliminate the terrorists so that they will stay very far from you. And anytime they want to come in, you know how to deal with them and to send them away. It is a process of eviction. Evict them from your land. It is a process of taking them out. It's a process of continuing to let one Nigeria know that Biafra land is not where they govern and rule. Yes. That you are in charge of your land. Yes. Tell me if people in Abuja can order for sit at home and then it will happen. They cannot now, but in Biafra land, Biafra territory, Biafra people will order sit at home and then it will happen. That is to tell you that they determine what happens in their land. They control. The only set of people in Nigeria that Boko Haram, the Fulani terrorists, that Nigeria are afraid of are the Biafran people. Biafran people are the people that have their antidote. Biafran people are the people that knows how to quash them to pieces. Biafran people are the only people that know how to deal with Nigerian terrorists. That is why Biafran people will declare a sit at home, they will implement it, and then Nigerian senators, Nigerian governors, Nigerian ministers, Nigerian presidency will be crying about the sit at home. And they have to continue to cry. Yes. If they say it is not an easy thing, let them go and do their own sit at home in Abuja. Let us see. Let the people of Abuja do sit at home. Let the people of Lagos do sit at home. Let us see whether they can do it. But in Biafra land, when we do the sit at home, all of you will be crying. You cannot go anywhere. You only do what? You can only grumble. You finish grumble, the next thing is that you obey the sit at home. Because Biafra land is not your territory. It is the territory of Biafra people. We decide what to happen there and how to rule. Yes. So, kidnapping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, imprisoning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it actually means a global recognition of Biafra to the Biafran people. Because international community that never knew that Biafrans are being persecuted because of their quest for independence. American government, all of them did not know, the lawmakers, that Biafrans are being persecuted because of their quest for Biafra independence. They have now come to know. On that very day, 20th of November, where Nigerian government sat down to pronounce Mazi Nnamdi Kanu death sentence and life imprisonment. It is not about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that they pronounce. It is about you as a Biafran. Every Biafran from the whole eastern region. That pronouncement of death sentence and life imprisonment is about you as a Biafran. If you are from the whole eastern region, I want you to understand this now. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was pronounced death sentence or terrorist. It is you that is vulnerable to the terrorist. It is you that have not done anything to save yourself that is vulnerable to the terrorist. So, this lockdown of Biafra territory, it is in the right direction. So, if you are in Biafra territory, remember that 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 of December is lockdown. Observe it because it is part of the eviction process of Nigeria facilities from Biafra territory. If you are not in Biafra land, then prepare your coffin because Boko Haram will take you out anytime. I'm telling you, but if you are in Biafra land, observe your lockdown. Because as you are observing the lockdown, you are tightening up the security against the terrorists. You are checkmating the terrorists. You are sitting up. You are keeping watch. Yes. You are preparing yourself against the terrorists that are trying to invade. When they want to invade, you will know how to hold them, how to attack them, to bring them down. Yes. You are awakening your subconsciousness. You are waking up your security alert. While those that do not know the usefulness of sit at home, that do not know what Biafra people are doing, and they are calling it noise making, noise making, noise making. Those ones, as they live here now, Boko Haram will take them down. Yes, because they are very useless. Boko Haram is preparing for them because they are not taking the message of freedom and liberation. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu preached this message since 2012. They did not listen. If they had listened since 2012, what is happening to them today will not be happening. Yes. If they had listened since 2012 that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was preaching, that these terrorists are coming, they will rape your women and children. They will kidnap you, they will marry you off forcefully. If you had listened, will you all be crying today, carrying 200 caskets to go and bury? You carry, you go, Boko Haram has finished us, Boko Haram has killed us, Fulani terrorists have killed us. You go and cry. You carry your dead bodies, you bury, you come back, you sit down. You wait for another people to be killed by Boko Haram. Yet you're not doing anything. You're only crying. You're only crying. You're only crying. When you see Biafra people beef up their security now, that one becomes a topic to you. You begin to cry. Continue to cry well. If you are in Biafra land, observe your lockdown because it is security checkmate against the terrorists. It is a process that you use to eliminate the terrorists so that they will stay very far from you. And anytime they want to come in, you know how to deal with them and to send them away. It is a process of eviction. Evict them from your land. It is a process of taking them out. It is a process of continuing to let one Nigeria know that Biafra land is not where they govern and rule. Yes. That you are in charge of your land. Yes. Tell me if people in Abuja can order for sit at home and then it will happen. They cannot now, but in Biafra land, Biafra territory, Biafra people will order sit at home and then it will happen. That is to tell you that they determine what happens in their land. They control. The only set of people in Nigeria that Boko Haram, the Fulani terrorists, that Nigeria are afraid of are the Biafran people. Biafran people are the people that have their antidote. Biafran people are the people that knows how to quash them to pieces. Biafran people are the only people that know how to deal with Nigerian terrorists. That is why Biafran people will declare a sit-at-home, they will implement it, and then Nigerian senators, Nigerian governors, Nigerian ministers, Nigerian presidency will be crying about the sit-at-home. And they have to continue to cry. Yes. If they say it is not an easy thing, let them go and do their own sit-at-home in Abuja. Let us see. Let the people of Abuja do sit-at-home. Let the people of Lagos do sit-at-home. Let us see whether they can do it. But in Biafra land, when we do the sit-at-home, all of you will be crying. You cannot go anywhere. You only do what? You can only grumble. You finish grumble, the next thing is that you obey the sit-at-home. Because Biafra land is not your territory. It is the territory of Biafra people. We decide what to happen there and how to rule. Yes. So, kidnapping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, imprisoning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it actually means a global recognition of Biafra to the Biafran people. Because international community that never knew that Biafrans are being persecuted because of their quest for independence. American government, all of them did not know, the lawmakers, that Biafrans are being persecuted because of their quest for Biafra independence. They have now come to know. On that very day, 20th of November, where Nigerian government sat down to pronounce Mazi Nnamdi Kanu death sentence and life imprisonment. It is not about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that they pronounce. It is about you as a Biafran. Every Biafran from the whole eastern region. That pronouncement of death sentence and life imprisonment is about you as a Biafran. If you are from the whole eastern region, I want you to understand this now. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was pronounced death sentence or terrorist. It is you. A minute silence to the fallen heroes of Biafra, and the time starts now. We mourn our heroes past, we celebrate them, and our heroes living as we continue to fight on to see that Biafra is fully restored. Ise, Ise, Ise. Greetings, greetings, greetings to everyone. Greetings to everyone. We are live and direct on many platforms as we speak. We are live on TikTok. We are live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Twitter. I think we are not live on Instagram. Uh-huh. So if you're watching us on any of these platforms, please share the live program. Share it and invite other people in so that they can be able to know that we are on. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Greetings to our leaders that have lived before us, and greetings to the leaders that are living today. Greetings to all Biafrans who have beared the brunt of Nigeria from time immemorial to this very day. It is because of you that Nigeria has not been blown up by the terrorists now. Nigerian terrorist government and their politicians, they brought these terrorists that you see today far back in 2015 to do what? To rig election for them, to destroy Biafran people. How many of you remember that Goodluck Jonathan was to be hosted out of office when they had to go and bring these terrorists so that the terrorists will come to help them to do the work? I salute everyone. Please, as you join the program, hit the like button and share. Share it so that you can invite other people in. I think on TikTok, you people say is tap the screen. Okay, tap the screen. When you tap the screen, you like you like the live program, and then you will alert other people in. So tap the screen and like the program so that you can invite other people in. Tap the screen and like the program so that you can invite other people in. I salute our leaders. Dimo Dumeko Ojukwu, Philip Effiong, was Rike that sacrificed and he was betrayed, and all the heroes that fought and died alongside with him. I salute him and his men. Our Biafra Defense Forces, we salute all of you, and all Biafrans in the homeland that are facing the genocide of one Nigeria. We salute the Biafrans that are contributing financially to see that we move forward. We salute the BRGIA, and we salute our BRGIA APM, the men that has done wonderful. The men, the men, the men, the men, the men of timber and calibers. I salute you. I bless you all in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiyama. We have come to finish what our leaders and elders started. Because if we stop what we are doing, our babies, women, and children, they will all be wiped out. That is why the terrorists came. That is why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said, they will rape your women and children, they will come, they will slaughter you, they will take over your lands will be taken, you will be sent out, you'll be forcefully married out. The set of people that are coming are worse than the Boko Haram that you see, and their leaders will protect them and support them and give them all the aid needed for them to carry out this evil against you. And so he called on everyone and said, wake up and support Biafra now. As we speak to you now, many of your communities are surrounded by the Fulani Boko Haram terrorists. Take it or leave it, But when you sleep and wake up and say tomorrow, you should be grateful to yourself because you do not know what will happen to you because Nigeria is not safe. Nigeria is surrounded. Nigeria has been taken over. So if you know what you want and what is good for you, what you should be doing is to do what? Wake up, beef up your strength, and support Biafra now if you are a Biafran. But if you are not a Biafran and you want to continue to be stupid, you can continue to look for where there is party. Look for where there is jolly jolly. But I bet you will not know whether where you are going to, Boko Haram terrorists or Fulani terrorists will take you down. Yes, because about 17 people were hacked to death in Adamawa yesterday or earlier this morning. About 17 people were hacked to death in Adamawa. While 2 days ago, on the 8th, women were protesting because of the genocide that the terrorists have done in their communities. And then the Nigerian terrorist army, being the main terrorists that are aiding and abetting the foot soldiers terrorists of the Fulani, they shot the women to death. The women that came to protest for their own safety. The women that came to protest over the massacre of their babies, women, and children. Nigerian terrorist army shot these women to death. So you don't know who will sleep and wake up and say tomorrow. Because everywhere is on a suicidal slide. Everywhere is hot. Everywhere is firing up. If you are a Biafran and then you are living in this denial, then you may likely be the next victim to the terrorists. You may likely be the next victim to the terrorists. So if you know that you are a Biafran and then you are not making yourself useless, wake up. Oh. As a Biafran, you need to wake up because your community are surrounded. Your communities are surrounded as a Biafran. And for us to repel them and to take them all down, we need your financial support. The Biafra Defense Forces will not repel the terrorists with their saliva. They need all of your hands on the decks so that we can be able to do it. Sorry, I was a bit distracted. I am back fully now. There is nowhere in the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom that is safe now. Everywhere is boiling, everywhere is hot. So when you see people kicking against the lockdown of Biafra territory that has been implemented to take place from 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 of December, when you see them, slap them. Anybody you see that is kicking against the lockdown of Biafra territory, slap them. And when after you slap them, ask them, as I slap you now, as your brain resetted to normal, wait to know whether the answer is yes or no. If the answer is no, slap them again. When you slap them again, still wait, ask them, your brain don't reset to normal, then wait to hear. Until when you hear say, in brain don't reset to normal, that is when you go leave am know say he is saved. But if his brain does not reset to normal, tell him, okay, God bless you. You are the next sacrifice for Boko Haram terrorists. Yes. Where are the 300 babies that were kidnapped in Niger State School? You see, the US lawmakers visited Nigeria. But there is something that you people should be very ashamed of. For those of you that say you are Nigerians here, US lawmaker visited Nigeria to come and see a way of saving your own people. Your own people wish you created terrorism to come and eliminate all of them. Who brought these Boko Haram terrorists, these Fulani terrorists into Nigeria? It is the politicians of Nigeria that brought them because they wanted to use the terrorists to mesmerize the tenure of Goodluck Jonathan as a Biafran so that they can push him out of office. That same hand that they used to carry the terrorists and bring them into Nigeria, that same terrorists became their monsters. And they are using that terrorists today to do their political will. So, if Nigeria has degenerated into the point that US lawmakers now have to come to look for a way of saving you as a citizen of Nigeria, are you not ashamed to still say that Nigeria is a country? Have you ever seen American government create terrorists and then that terrorist that they created, they themselves created, they use that terrorist to eliminate American citizens? Have you seen it happen before? Have you seen the UK government create terrorists? Then they use that terrorist to eliminate the UK citizens. Have you seen it happen? Have you seen Belgium, Spain, Portugal, Italy, Brazil, Switzerland, South Korea, North Korea, Russia, China, Ukraine, Norway, Scotland, Wales? Have you seen where all these countries recruit terrorists? Then they use the same terrorists to eliminate their people. Have you seen such happen before? You have not seen. But what is facing all of you to the face today is that Nigerian terrorist government created a terrorist group. They brought them from the Sahel. They say they brought them from Sierra Leone, Senegal, Senegambia, Mali, everywhere. Now them talking with their mouth. Then they are using those same terrorists to eliminate you as citizens of Nigeria. Then you as citizens of Nigeria, you can't even help yourself. It is now American citizens that will now have to come to help you. No be juju be that. I beg, I dey ask question. No be juju be that. Say your own government create terrorists to use the terrorists to kill you, and then the people that will now have to come and save you will now have to be American government. Was it American government that created the terrorists for you? No, it was not American government that created the terrorists for you. Who created the terrorists for you? Your Nigerian government created the terrorists. No be so. So some of you are not getting the point. Your Nigerian government created the terrorists, but now it is American government that you are begging to come to your aid. Isn't it laughable? For those that still say they are Nigerians, isn't it laughable that you created terrorists? You used the terrorists to kill your citizens. And now you are now looking for America to come and eliminate the terrorists which you yourself created and used to be killing your people. And your people have become helpless. And some of you are likewise crying. 300 babies were kidnapped from school. Have you all seen those babies today? I want to ask a very simple question. Where in history have you heard that 300 babies were kidnapped in Wales? Where have you heard in history that 300 babies were kidnapped in New York? That 300 babies were kidnapped in Texas school? That 300 babies were kidnapped in London? That 300 babies were kidnapped in Washington, D.C. school? That 300 babies were kidnapped in California? That 300 babies were kidnapped in Manchester United or Manchester City? That 300 babies were kidnapped in Newcastle? That 300 babies were kidnapped in Sheffield? That 300 babies were kidnapped in Minnesota? Or that 300 babies were kidnapped in Ohio? And then inside the same Ohio, inside the same UK, inside the same Europe, that these terrorists kidnap the babies and they are holding those babies inside the same America and inside the same UK. Then American government cannot take down the terrorists to get their babies back inside the same America, inside the same UK. Then the terrorists are now in control of the babies. Then you now tell me that American government will allow the terrorists to hold over 300 babies that they kidnap. And then what the American government will now do is that they go and meet the terrorists and collected 100 babies back. Then told them, please keep 237. Let me go with 100 first to go and use this 100 to do political campaign. When I finish do the political campaign, I will come back and get another 100. Then later, I will come back and get another 50. As I am doing it gradually like that, it will show that I am fighting insecurity. Chai, hello, Mero. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was the problem of everybody in Nigeria. Biafra was the problem of everybody. See, what they say, if you want to make the headlines, just write Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Biafra, BRGIA. When you just bring BRGIA, bam. You bring Simon Ekpa, bam. You bring Ogengere, bam. You bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, bam. You bring Biafra, bam. Everywhere go catch fire. If you want to make the headlines in Nigeria, or if you want to make the headlines on a TikTok or YouTube or Facebook, Instagram, anywhere you want to make the headlines or Twitter, just carry Simon Ekpa Facebook, bam. Carry Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Facebook, bam, bam. Carry Biafra, boot, bam. Carry Ogengere Facebook, bam. Carry BRGI, boot, bam. You see, they will tell you, yes, death sentence to Biafra. Life imprisonment to Biafra. Why? Because they advocated to stop the Christian genocide. They advocated to stop the kidnapping, the terrorism. the maiming, the raping of your babies, women, and children, the cutting off of heads, the dismemberment of your pregnant women and children. Because they speak and they are asking for Biafra independence. So they say, kill them, bury them alive, give them life imprisonment, give them death sentence. Has that stopped the terrorists? Oh, okay. I now understand. Biafran people deserve death sentence. Biafran people deserve life imprisonment. But Boko Haram deserve preferential treatment. Fulani terrorists deserve preferential treatment. They should be paid more money. They should be given scholarship. They should be sent to America. They should be sent to Turkey. They should be sent to UK. They should be given a presidential treatment. They should be taken in private jet. But when it is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, when it is Simon Egba, when it is Oke Nkere, when it is Biafra, when it is any Biafran, when it is BRGIA, give them death sentence. Give them life imprisonment, right? Oh, because their crime is because they are stopping the genocide. Because their crime is that they are stopping the invasion. Because their crime is that they are standing up against the tyranny. Because their crime is that they are standing up to speak truth to power. Because their crime is that it is only BRGIE that had the courage to walk into the White House of America in Washington, D.C. on the 18th of September 2025 to go and give a live testimony without using something to cover their faces. Over 50 Biafran human rights activists. They walked into the US Congress, they held a congressional briefing without covering their faces. Since ever, Nigerians have been massacred since 2002 to this very day. There is no Nigerian that had the courage to walk into Congress, to go and show his face on the television, to stand before the US Congress and testify that the genocide in Nigeria is real, that the kidnapping in Nigeria is real, that the IDP camps in Nigeria is real, that Nigerian terrorist politicians actually brought some set of people to come and do the conquest agenda so that they will rape, maim communities, invade, and take over in the name of conquering. And they have emasculated all of you. They have taken your communities. They rape your women and children. They kill babies. They kill pregnant women. They cut them into two and they remove the babies. They take over your communities. They don't mind the violations of human rights that they are committing. No. They don't mind whether they have gone contrary to what they are not supposed to do. No. They will kidnap you and they force you to pay money. After you pay the money, they will still kill you. That means they don't care about your human life. Their own mandate and mission is far different from your own. Your own, you want to preserve life. Their own is to eliminate you for the conquest agenda. And there is no Nigerian where in America you have over 10 million Nigerians. You have over 10 million Nigerians in America. But none of them has the courage to go to the US Congress to testify without fear of persecution. None of them has the courage to go and testify without fear of persecution to the over 150,000 that have been killed so far since 2002. The same way that you people killed Dr. Maelafia, Nigerians killed Dr. Maelafia. Christians killed Dr. Maelafia because Dr. Maelafia stepped up and then told all of you, Christians, and said, the terrorists are coming. I have held meetings with them. I have intel. They said they want to eliminate all of you. This is what you have to do. You all have to do what? To embark on 1 month sit at home as a way of protest. That is what Dr. Maelafia was telling you. Otomai Lafia admonished all the Christians to embark on a sit at home as a protest. You all ignored him and refused. And then Nigerian terrorist government saw that nobody was echoing what he said. They decided to hack him to death. After they hack him to death, have they not come for all of you? How many Christian Association of Nigeria, how many Christian Association of Nigerian officials has the terrorists not hacked to death? The terrorists have hacked many of the Christian Association of Nigeria uh, leaders to death because they refuse to listen. They refuse to act on what Dr. Lafia had warned. And so all the Christians now become vulnerable. Vulnerable, vulnerable, vulnerable. How many Christians have been massacred only this year to 2025? Since January to this day, as we speak, how many Christians have been massacred in your country, Nigeria? Can you give us the factual statistics? It is America that is actually taking records for you because Nigerian government refused to do what? To implement database system. So that when they kill 500 in your community, they will say they killed 3. So that when they kill 1,000, they will say they killed 5. So that when they kill 10,000, they will say they killed 20. And that 20 that they're talking about, they don't show any remorse, as if the life of one person is not important. It is only Biafran people, BRGIE human rights activists, that went to the US Congress to stand and do what? And speak truth to power on the 18th of September 2025. And after speaking, everywhere catch fire. American lawmakers started holding Nigeria accountable. So all of you started writing up and down. Hey, 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 BRGIA, okay, Nkere, you BRGIA lobbyists, you people are the one causing problem to us. Causing problem, because what problem have we caused to you? Are you not the one that actually caused problem to the people? Which people brought the terrorists to Nigeria? Please, I'm asking a very pertinent question here. Which people brought the terrorists to Nigeria? Is it not the Nigerian politicians? Nigerian politicians brought these terrorists to Nigeria. So why are you now saying we are the one causing you the problem? No, we are actually helping you to see whether you can solve your problem. We are actually helping you to see whether you can solve your problem. Because you people brought these terrorists. This is a Nigerian APC politician telling you, we brought in Fulani terrorists from Mali, Sierra Leone, Senegal, and others to win 2015 election. After election, they refused to leave. Why will they leave? Did you bring them to play game and then later throw them into the bush? No. They came to conquer. They came to stay. They came for a reason. They have come. And they will take over lands. They will take over communities. They will rape women and children. They will carry out the conquest. And they will carry out the agenda that they came for. That is what you brought them for. So don't expect that they have not finished their job and you want to push them away. No, they must finish the job that you brought them for. They must finish the job that they came to do. The job they came to do is to take over the indigenous lands. Kwara people are already becoming refugees in Cameroon. They are leaving their own indigenous land. They are now trooping into Cameroon to go and seek refuge. You see, your land is no more safe for you because your politicians brought the terrorists to come and take over your lands. Do you now understand the reality of things? So this is not time for some of you to dabble into your idiosyncrasy and your foolishness. It is time for you to wake up. This is time for you to display. This is time for you to display your real brain, your number six. This is not time for you to start looking for Sonny is Sabo, Okengere is Sabo, eh? BRGI is Sabo. No, you have called us all those names since 2021 to this very day. If you like, you support your freedom. If you don't like, Boko Haram terrorists will visit you in your house. Yes, that is the message. They will visit you in your house because many people have carried your blame for a long time. Now look at American government now. American government now is the one that has to come to carry your blame. And some of you are calling the American government names. Did American government bring the Boko Haram terrorists? No, you were the one that brought the Boko Haram terrorists. Now, American government now is the one that everybody are calling to come to your aid. And then you are still calling them names. America have their own problems. But they decide to look at religious persecution of everybody worldwide because they want a society whereby everybody is allowed to worship whatever he wants to worship, practice whatever he wants to practice in your own way without using what you are worshiping and doing to lord it on another person. No, don't use what you are worshiping or what you have decided to make as your God to lord it on another person. No, practice your faith. Let another person practice his or her own faith without contradiction or conflict. Stay on your lane and do your own. Let another person do his own. By the time you say somebody where they plant cassava, they plant yam, you say no go leave. You say you must bring your own terrorist cow to come and destroy the yam where this person they plant, they take the leaf in life. Now there you don't cause problem. By that time now, it is not live and let us live again. It is not let us cohabit again. It is invasion. You want to come and destroy this person and then take over his own land because you have a different motive. That is not what we want. So it is not America that created the terrorists for you. Your politicians created the terrorists. But now we are looking for America to come and help everybody. What an irony of life. America did not create problem. Your politicians created the problem. But now we are looking for America to come and solve problem for you. Hey! So America, problem solver. Problem solver, America wonder. Come and do wonders for them. Oh. You know why I'm laughing? I am laughing because all of you in Nigeria were laughing at Biafran people. I am laughing because you were all laughing at Biafran people since 2012 when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was preaching. I am laughing because you have used Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to do mockery. I am laughing because when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was preaching, that is how all of you will come to the comment section and say, online country, social media, a social media noisemaker. You say Facebook country, you say YouTube country. You call us terrorists, you call us all manners of names. But today, who is running away from his house? Is it Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that is running away from his house? Is it Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that is being raped? Is it Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that they are cutting off head? Is it Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that they are cutting to pieces to remove baby inside the womb? Is it Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that they kidnap over 300? No, it's not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I want to ask all of you, is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu baby amongst these 300 babies that were kidnapped? I am asking a very simple question tonight because una mumu done too much. And a rich man person, they slap una so that una go wake up. Do you see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu baby amongst these 300 and something babies that were kidnapped by Nigerian terrorist government, did you see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu baby inside there? You did not see Abi? No, I didn't say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu baby they here now. I didn't say this one now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu baby. Show me now. Is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu baby here amongst the terrorists that amongst the babies that terrorists kidnap? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu baby they there? I beg if you did make you show me. Oh, I want to see him. I want to see. You see, many of you will continue to wallow in your idiocy. Yes. And as you are writing nonsense in the comment section, you don't know whether Boko Haram or Fulani terrorists has surrounded your house. Yes, because you are busy typing nonsense inside the phone now in the comment section of this program. You're typing nonsense, cursing me, thinking that you're cursing me. What you're actually doing is that you're typing message telling Boko Haram, come and kidnap me tonight. Onyendu said, they are coming for you. But did you listen? Did not listen. Let me play it again. Did you listen? No. You did not listen. They are coming for you. You did not listen.
ISIS will enter the zoo and Chad unless, and this is from an Islamic newspaper. As I told you before, anything you hear on Radio Biafra is correct. I told you on this platform that they will come for you. You see, let me tell you one thing that people don't know because you don't know history. I forgive some of you because in your schools in the zoo, they don't teach you anything. I want some people to actually go and sit down and study the history of Islam. Islam is the only religion that has never stopped growing. Islam is the only religion that has never stopped expanding through militancy and war. To us to give us weapons, I would decline it. Down into the zoo. Of course, they are part of Boko Haram anyway. Of June 2015. And that I made this very comment I'm about to make now at precisely 10 minutes to 8 p.m. in the evening. If ISIS comes down into the zoo, of course, they are part of Boko Haram anyway. If they fought, not if they, because they have forged an alliance already. If they launch any attack with the name of ISIS on the zoo soil, if you come to us to give us weapons, I will decline it. I will allow them to kill all of you before we mount any counteroffensive. Let me tell you one thing that you don't understand. Some of you, you claim you went to school, but you didn't go to school. Because if you went to school, you will understand how Islam works. Islam is coming for you. They must come for you. It's a M-U-S-T, must. There is nothing anybody can do about it. Only you can defend yourselves. This headline here is a confirmation if you need one. Atiku Abubakar said it yesterday. Today is being confirmed that ISIS is coming. Not just Boko Haram, but the real bad people that are coming. They need access to the oil. And they will get it to secure their financial base for their continued expansion within the whole of sub-Saharan Africa. The zoo is seen as pivotal. And Biafra land is where the resources that they're looking for is lying in. They don't trust Buhari anymore. Buhari was their godfather. They no longer trust him. I mean, Boko Haram in this instance. Buhari, they thought would give them Sharia immediately. Buhari saying, I don't belong to anybody. From that day, they intensified their bombing. Some of you cannot reason, you cannot see very well because you're blind. But at least you're lucky. You're listening to Radio Biafra. Very, very lucky indeed. I'm telling you the truth. Or else, I can in your blindness. It is that darkness we've come to shed light on, that you can see properly. If they enter the zoo, I will not command this army. And I need guns and I have the men. I need guns and I need bullets. That's all we need. And then we win. I have been sounding this warning. I've been telling you, you think we are joking. They are coming. Your mothers will be raped. Your sisters will be married off as slaves. I'm telling you that now. Right as I speak, write it down. Biafra land will be decimated. Unless we equip this army to defend us. If we don't equip our army to defend us, in other words, if we don't march this year, it will be very, very difficult for us to recover. Forget all this nonsense. All these so-called pro-Biafra groups you're saying, Awasa brought them out to confuse you. Awasa brought them out. That is why they cannot say what we are saying or do what we are capable of doing. These are Awasa groups and you are not listening. You are not listening. Because the devil has gone into all these idols that you worship. The devil has gone inside you to harden your heart, to blind your eyes that you can no longer see. That day, I will tell you to remember the broadcast of the 8th of June, 2015. I will tell you to go back to it. I need guns and I need weapons. If I don't have guns and bullets, the army of Biafra cannot defend your towns and villages. The sooner you get that into your thick skull, the better for everybody. You are black people, you don't reason, I know that for sure. Don't to anybody. From that day, they intensified their bombing. Some of you cannot reason, you cannot see very well because you're blind. But at least you're lucky. You're listening to Radio Biafra. Very, very lucky indeed. I'm telling you the truth. Or else, I can't in your blindness. It is that darkness we've come to shed light on, that you can see properly. If they enter the zoo, I will not command this army. And I need guns and I have the men. I need guns and I need bullets. That's all we need. And then we win. I have been sounding this warning. I've been telling you, you think we are joking. They are coming. Your mothers will be raped. Your sisters will be married off as slaves. I'm telling you that now. Right as I speak, write it down. Biafra land will be decimated. Unless we equip this army to defend us. If we don't equip our army to defend us, in other words, if we don't march this year, it will be very, very difficult for us to recover. And then we win. I have been sounding this warning. I've been telling you, you think we are joking. They are coming. Your mothers will be raped. Your sisters will be married off as slaves. I'm telling you that now. Right as I speak, write it down. Biafra land will be decimated. Unless we equip this army to defend us. If we don't equip our army to defend us, in other words, if we don't march this year, it will be very, very difficult for us to recover. Forget all this nonsense. All these so-called pro-Biafra groups you're saying, Awasa brought them out to confuse you. Awasa brought them out. That is why, and then we win. I have been sounding this warning. I've been telling you, you think we are joking. They are coming. Your mothers will be raped. Your sisters will be married off as slaves. I'm telling you that now. Right as I speak, write it down. Biafra land will be decimated. Unless we equip this army to defend us. If we don't equip our army to defend us, in other words, if we don't march this year, it will be very, very difficult for us to recover. Forget all this nonsense. All these so-called pro-Biafra groups you're saying, Awasa brought them out to confuse you. Awasa brought them out. That is why they cannot say what we are saying or do what we are capable of doing. And then we win. I have been sounding this warning. I've been telling you, you think we are joking. They are coming. Your mothers will be raped. Your sisters will be married off as slaves. I'm telling you that now. Right as I speak, write it down. Biafra land will be decimated. Unless we equip this army to defend us. If we don't equip our army to defend us, in other words, if we don't march this year, it will be very, very difficult for us to recover.
Now, he delivered the message, right? Which people are the terrorists kidnapping today? Which people are the terrorists taken down today? Oh my God. Eh, you see, when Onyendu gave this message, some Biafrans took his message and acted on it. That is why we have Biafra Defense Forces. And that is why it is your duty now to come and support these Biafra Defense Forces. You see these men you see on the screen? These are the Biafra Defense Forces. Without these men here, without these men you see here, what you see that is happening in Benue now, where you see over 300 babies that were kidnapped, it would have happened in Biafra land. So, do you see that Biafran people woke up to listen to the message that our leader gave us? Yes. While the people in the far north and middle belt and Yoruba land, they were using us to do social media content. They use us to do content creation in the social media. They use us to do skits. They make so much money from our messages. But now it's time to checkmate the statistics of who is crying best. Who is crying now? Who are they kidnapping now? If Biafran people did not wake up to set up an army to defend their communities, these 300 babies that you see that were kidnapped in their school, it is the project that was supposed to be carried out in Biafra territory. The 200 that you heard that were massacred in Yelewata, that project was mapped out to be carried out in Biafra territory. The 200 or over 200 that were massacred in Benue, Plateau, the ones that have happened in Kwara, the ones that have happened in Borno, the ones that have happened in Zamfara, the ones that have happened in Adamawa, the ones that have happened in Kano, Kaduna, all of them were mapped out to have happened in Biafra territory. But we have some foolish people in Biafra territory. Yes. Yet we still have those that God ordained to be the defense mechanism and to listen and to hearken to the message from the great prophet. Those ones that listened, they acted upon his message. That is how we are able to curtail over 300 babies to be kidnapped in their school in Biafra land. And that had to now happen in another part of Nigeria because we listened to the message of our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and then we acted on it. If not, your women will be raped, your babies will be raped, your children will be kidnapped, your women will be married off forcefully. They will rape you and take over your lands. They will pursue you out of your lands. It should have been happening in Biafra land now as we speak, if there is no presence of Biafra Defense Force. If there is no presence of Biafra Defense Force, this should have been happening in Biafra land. But with the presence of Biafra Defense Force, you now see that Biafrans are watching the massacre and genocide from Niger State, from Benue, from Zamfara, from Borno, from Plateau, from Kano. They are watching it from the television. Biafrans are watching the massacre from the television now. How many of you remember when Izombe massacre happened? How many of you remember when a Yamufu massacre happened? How many of you remember when Umutanze massacre happened? How many of you remember when Iyala massacre happened? How many of you remember when Osuma massacre happened? Also, Osumogo massacre happened. These are the sacrifices that Biafran people have paid. Today, many of you don't even remember Yamufu massacre. Yamufu massacre happened on the eve of election. On the eve of Anambra election, that was when the Yamufu massacre happened. On the eve of 2023 elections, those were when all these massacres happened. Our politicians brought these terrorists to come in and kill our babies, women, and children. They gave our lands to these Fulani terrorists in the name of Ruga so that they can make them governors. This is how Obuzodema came in to be governor. And these terrorists came in and killed our women, babies, and children. And then we brace up. We form a defense mechanism. Today, you cannot hear that so much massacre like that because Biafran people prepared and woke up. Today, the 300 kidnapped is coming from Niger State. When you hear that Biafran people are doing sit at home, some of you don't understand the significance of the sit at home. One of the significance of the sit at home of the Biafran people is that it helps to keep the Biafran people security conscious. It helps to awake their subconsciousness. It helps to make them to be at alert. It helps to make them know that there is a terrorist threat that exists in Nigeria and that you need to live with this code of conduct. It makes them understand that we are in a volatile situation and that everybody are vulnerable. And so you need to keep watch. You don't need to sleep and snore anyhow. You need to watch over your babies, women, and children. You need to wake up from your slumber. You need to face the reality. You need to stand up. You need to know that the Nigerian existence is not your friend. You need to know that they brought these terrorists to eliminate you. So you have to wake up to the reality. The lockdown of Biafra land always makes Biafran people to know that they don't belong to Nigeria. That no matter anything that Nigeria tries to put to them, they should ignore it and then face their common threat that is coming against the Biafran people. In as much as you don't see the lockdown happen in the entire Biafran state at the same time, but the Biafran people are conscious of what is happening. The Biafran people carrying out the lockdown makes Nigeria to know that they are in control, that Nigeria don't make decisions for them, but they make decisions for themselves. That is why you cannot see sit at home happen in Abuja, because Nigerian government will flock all of them out. But in Biafra land, when Biafra people do sit at home, Nigerian government will obey the sit at home of Biafra people inside Biafra land. They cannot go to work because Biafra is not their territory. Nigeria is their territory, but they are in our lands as ambassadors of Nigeria. So they have to obey our laws, our norms inside Biafra territory. When we tell them go to work, they go. When we tell them sit at home, they sit. They obey. The governors of Nigeria that are inside Biafra land, they obey the sit at home of Biafra. The senators, they obey the sit at home of Biafra. The Nigerian Army, the Nigerian Air Force, Nigerian Navy, the police, the Navy, the civil defense, they obey the sit-at-home of Biafra, those of them that are in Biafra land. Because we own our land. We detect what happens there. You don't come from Kafanchan to come and tell us. Mad people everywhere. That is how we have been able to checkmate these security terrorist groups. Starting from those ones that do roadblock, checkpoint, to implement forceful taxations on us. Without Biafra people taking measures to curtail the menace of the terrorists, the kidnapping of over 300 will be happening in Biafra land. It will not be happening in other places. Rather, it will be happening in Biafra land. So that is to tell you that Biafran people have checkmated Nigeria before now. Our sit-at-home has made our brain strong. Our sit-at-home, our lockdown has prepared us for the worst that was to come. We were fully ready. Since 2021 to this day, we do sit-at-home. And that sit-at-home has made us to be immune, has made us to be able to face everything that is coming. That is why when you say sentence Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to death, life imprisonment, you are actually giving Biafra a global recognition, because everybody in the entire world now come to the realization that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the Biafra people that are fighting for Biafra independence. So Nigeria pronouncing death sentence, pronouncing life imprisonment is against Biafra independence. And you are pushing it out to international community. So on the very same day, U.S. lawmakers were having a U.S. congressional hearing, and they commented on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra. On that day, they commented on what Nigerian terrorists have done. They commented to let you know that they are aware of what is happening. So our sit-at-home has prepared our brain and made it very strong. So anybody that is coming to stand on the way, tell them make it go find food chop, because he never chop belle food. Because we don't use this sit-at-home. They poi Nigeria since 2021. The thing has actually made us very strong. And we now know what is to come and how to face the enemies that are coming. So now it's time for many of you to wake up now in Nigeria, while Biafran people has already woken up long time. And as you are waking up now, be security conscious. Biafran people, remember to observe your lockdown. 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19 of December. It is not these few days that will stop you from selling everything you have been selling. These people here on the screen that you see that were kidnapped, their parents have been going to the market, they have been selling. They have been cultivating crops. They have been harvesting and making money. There is no money these people have not made in this life. But since they kidnapped their children for the past 20 days now, can the parent of these babies, women and children, go to market and sell anything? No. You don't go rushing to talk about commerce, buy and selling, when your house is on fire. You don't go talking about buying and selling when they have kidnapped your babies, they kidnap your women and children. You don't go talking about buying and selling. When you have dead bodies on the ground that have been bought by the terrorists, you don't go looking for buying and selling. When terrorists have invaded your homes, you don't go looking for buying and selling. When pregnant babies are cut to two and babies are removed inside, if that pregnant woman, if that pregnant women, if that baby that was cut out of the pregnant mother was your wife, or was your mother, or was your sister, will you abandon that your sister, or that your mother, or that your family friend, to go to look for buying and selling while dead bodies are on the ground? Will you abandon them? So think and use your brain. You are at war, and these few days cannot stop you from having every other thing. It is a day of eviction of Nigeria facilities from Biafra territory. Observe it and make the news to go viral so that everybody will know about it. Yes. So now, over 600,000 are still in IDP camps. Only in Benue, that is the message. That is the message you need to understand this night. Only in Benue State, over 600,000 are in IDP camps. Let me see if I can bring the message here to. The message is not coming up here. Sorry. Those on TikTok, you can't see it. Those on TikTok, sorry. You can't see it. Sorry. Over 600,000 Christians. Over 600,000 Christians in Benue IDPs. Alone. The US lawmakers, they visited Nigeria to go and see why Nigerian government are denying that there is no Christian genocide. When they visited, they went to the IDP camps. They saw babies, women, and children. They saw people that testified that their parents were slaughtered to pieces like onions by the terrorists. They saw a man that said, my wife was slaughtered into two and she was pregnant, and they slaughtered her and removed the baby and went away. The other one said they slaughtered her and then they slaughtered the baby also. When they brought the baby out, they slaughtered the baby. They said, we have over 600,000 Christians alone in Benue IDP camps. The question is, who put them to IDP camps? Why will there be a government who collects humanitarian aid and support from international community, and even from the oil and gas sector that you all have in Nigeria? They say Nigeria happens to have the highest deposit of minerals in their soil. And so every citizen of Nigeria is supposed to be a rich man and woman, right? But do you know what happens? It is from there that you see the poorest. Terrorists are now in control of your lands. If over 600,000 as Christians have been displaced from their homes and sent to IDP camps, what do you think is actually happening? 600 Christians sent out of their homes, then the terrorists takes over their homes, takes over their lands. Nigerian government endorse it. Nigerian government cannot go after the terrorists and eliminate those terrorists in the ancestral lands that belong to over 600,000 Christians. But rather, what do? They come and build tarpaulin for you. Over 600,000, they build tarpaulin for you. They say you should go in there and sleep. then they allow the terrorists that came to take over your lands and take over your houses. And they are paying these terrorists every time the terrorists invade your community and kill you and rape your women and children. Nigerian government will pay the same terrorists. They pay them handsomely. The terrorists will demand for 100 million, they will pay them. The terrorists will demand for 200 million, they will pay them. The terrorists will demand for 500 million, they will pay them. The terrorists will demand for 300 million, they will pay them. What do the terrorists use that money to do? They use that money to acquire more weapons. So that if they invaded a community with one AK-47, next time when they are coming, they will come with RPG because the government paid them 200 million. Abi? The government paid them 100 million from the last kidnapping and terrorist attack. The government paid them 100 million from the last community they invaded. The government paid them 500 million from the last community they invaded. So with that, when they put it all together, they can buy armored truck. They can buy RPG. They can buy AK-47 that is more sophisticated than the one they used before. Who supply the armored truck, the Hilux truck, the Toyota, the army truck that the Boko Haram terrorists, the Fulani terrorists use? Who supplies it to them? Who sell it to them? Who bring it to their enclave to supply to them? You see that terrorists have sophisticated weapons. Who supplies them the weapons? Who gave them the money to acquire such sophisticated weapons? Who made them to become so rebrand in their weapons that they have, that when they come, the weapons they have supersedes the weapons that the Nigerian army has? Because Nigerian army don't pay their personnel good amount of money as salary. They pay the Nigerian army personnel 50,000 a month. From 50,000 a month going upward. Imagine, you are carrying weapon to go and fight terrorists in the bush, and they are paying you 50,000. While Boko Haram terrorists will invade a particular community, kidnap 3 people, and will demand for 100 million naira in one day, and then Nigerian government will pay them the 100 million naira. After Nigerian government pay them the 100 million naira, what do they do with the money? They use it to acquire more weapons, right? But you now send a Nigerian army personnel, Air Force personnel, police personnel, naval personnel. You send them to the bush to go and fight the terrorists, and you are paying them 50,000 naira. Are you not so wicked? God never punish you rich with your wickedness. Your wickedness is too much that you can pay terrorists 100 million naira in a day to use to buy more weapons. But you are paying the Nigerian army personnel, the Nigerian police, the Nigerian Navy, the Nigerian Air Force, 50,000 naira for a month. How do you expect somebody that is earning 50,000 naira in a month to go and fight somebody that you are paying 100 million naira for kidnapping 2 people in a day? Which strength, which weapon in go take go fight that person where you have already given 100 million naira for ransom? That 100 million naira, he will go and get weapons that he can be able to use to destroy the Nigerian army, the Nigerian Air Force, the Nigerian police, the Navy, 1 kilometer away from where he is standing. Yet you expect the Nigerian army personnel, the Air Force and the Navy and the police to supersede the power of the terrorists. You people are very evil. It is only those that do not know what you are doing that will support you. But for those that know what you are doing, understand that you are all evil. You are actually sponsoring the Boko Haram terrorists so that they can wipe out the entire community. That is what you're doing. Yes. Because when 600,000 Christians are displaced from their homes and send out, you hurriedly as a government of Nigeria, go and build tarpaulin for them. You bring them into tarpaulin. What happens to their home? Who sent them out? And who is taking occupant of their house? Why can't you go after those people that took occupant of their house and destroy them so that these people can return back to their ancestral land? No, instead of you to go after the terrorists, you are paying the terrorists to use the money to acquire more weapons. Then you take the indigenous people to a tarpaulin to go and sleep inside tarpaulin, while their lands you have ceded to the terrorists. The terrorists have seen that they have gotten one part of the land that they have conquered now, because the government of the day have helped them to do the conquer work. Very easy. Very, very easy. The government of the day have helped them. By doing what? Paying them more money, and then not coming to fight them back to leave the land, but rather building IDP camps. Tarpaulin, no, tarpaulin. When you hear of IDP camps, some of you don't know what it means. It is tarpaulin. These people are living under tarpaulins. They are not living under a roof. No, they are living under tarpaulin. Let me see if I will see a video or a photo of IDP camps in Nigeria, so that you will understand what it means. IDP camps in Nigeria. I want you to see something. From there, you will see what it actually means. You will see what it looks like. Yes, thank God I have seen one. I have seen one. Let me bring it to the screen. This is what IDP camps looks like in Nigeria. Can you see this? Yes. Sorry, those on TikTok, you can't see because the camera cannot flash to show you this thing on the screen. I don't know why. I flip the camera to show the computer screen, but the camera will not show you. I don't know how to do it. I don't know if I have to remove the background. If I remove the background, it will scatter everything up. make una leave am like that too. If the thing no gree show now, make una leave am till next time. Till next time, I will find a way to fix it. So these are the tarpaulins that you guys are living in. This is what it looks like. It's quite different from where human beings live. Just look at this. Look at this thing. Look at what this thing looks like. Look at what this thing looks like on the screen. Tarpaulin. That is where they take people, children to. This is what it looks like. This is the IDP camp. These are people that were living in their own houses, in their own indigenous houses. When you see that the lawmakers in America visited Nigeria and came back and said over 600,000 that we have gone to see, with the head count and the estimation from the people that control the camp, that over 600,000 are in these IDP camps. And then you ask yourself, what is the condition of the IDP camps? The condition of the IDP camps is where they use tarpaulin to build. They use tarpaulin to build as if that time that there is a COVID-19. You know, when they will build some place that they put people that are infected of virus, so that you will not go to the community and infect another person. It's like they ostracize you from mixing with people. So you stay one place. That is what they build. And it is not even that they build it to that standard of that COVID-19 time. This one is that they are using tarpaulin. When you look at this thing on the screen, you will feel so bad. Even the terrorists that are coming to kidnap these people and to kill them and to take over their lands, they don't sleep in this kind of situation. But look at the situation Look at what they call IDP camps. Look at. This is what they call IDP camps. This is where they displace you from your homes and then take you and hand you over to the terrorists. Why the terrorists take control? IDP camps, when somebody see and hear IDP camps, this is what it looks like. Very denigrating in nature to see. Hey, who did this to you people? Now, American lawmakers are the ones that need to come to your aid. But who created the problem? It is Nigerian terrorist government that created the problem. Nigerian politicians, APC and PDP, created the problems. But now you are looking for American government to come and solve the problem for you. While American government have their own problem to take care of their own citizens, now they have to come and look into your problems. If they don't come, all of you will be eliminated. After all, over 150,000 of you have already been eliminated. Did Nigerian government do anything? Did some of you even have the courage to come out to speak? No. Some of you that have your kindred in America, you could not come out to speak. It is only Biafran people that had to go out to the US Congress to go and speak. What a shame. But you see them flooding the social media, claiming that they are all Nigerians. If you want to attack Nigeria on the media, you see them come out. We are Nigerians. Don't come and say anything about Nigeria. Whoa. But the same Nigerian government are killing their people, and they cannot stand boldly to go and testify against what their terrorist Nigeria is doing to their indigenous people. Only on social media you know them all. But to come out face to face, no. Some of you that have been calling Biafran people social media country, you see us face to face. You have seen Martin Amdekano face to face. You are seeing Martin Amdekano face to face. You have seen our APM and all the Biafran human activists inside the Congress talking face to face. They did not run, no. Just like you saw all the senators in America in the US Congress. That is how you saw the Biafran human rights activists inside the US Congress testifying about this Christian genocide. Now, I am asking a question. Nigerian government and Nigerians, you said there was no Christian genocide when we blew the trumpet. You said we were lying. You said Nigerians have no Christian genocide. When Donald Trump said he's going to bring guns a blessing on the terrorists to eliminate them for killing Christians, you people said, oh, there's no Christian genocide. Oh, we are lying. There's no Christian genocide. We are using it as narrative to get Biafra, to get favor from America. Now that US congressmen and women have gone to Nigeria to go and see the Christian genocide with their eyes and hear first-hand story from the victims and survivors of their families, what can you now say? What can you now say? Is there Christian genocide now? What committed over 600,000 Christians to be in IDP camps? That is the first question. How did over 600,000 Christians end up being in IDP camps in Benue State? Was it Jesus Christ that sent them to IDP camps? Was it Moses that sent them to IDP camps? Was it Angel Michael that sent them to IDP camps? Was it Angel Gabriel that sent them to IDP camps? Was it King David in the Bible that sent them to IDP camps? Was it King Herod that sent them to IDP camps? Oh, was it Ezekiel in the Bible that sent over 600,000 Christians in Benue to IDP camps? Was it Nebuchadnezzar that sent over 600,000 Christians to IDP camps? Is that not Christian genocide? I am asking a question. Is it Pharaoh in the Bible that sent over 600,000 Christians to IDP camp? Please, I am asking a question. And I want people to give me the answer that I need. Chai, I don't know how to do so that you guys can be able to see this flyer on the screen from TikTok. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. For good, make una see this flyer on the screen. Ah, okay. Let me get the screenshot of it. I think I can get the screenshot of it and put it here now. Just found that I can get the screenshot now. Sahara reporters. Because it's good for you people to see and understand that we are not talking IESA. We are talking based on evidence and facts. Because when it is happening, when we are saying it, some people don't take us serious. Enhance wallpaper background. Oh, how this one can't do like this? This one we need to. This is what we need. Yeah, it's not coming like the other one. Everything don't spoil. Everything don't spoil. Oh. Everything don't spoil. Oh. Everything don't spoil. Oh. Everything don't spoil. And I go manage them like that till till we finish. Ah, okay. All right. Yes. I've been able to fix it to. Let's continue. Now you people can see it now from TikTok. You can see the photo now on the screen. Yeah. Thank you so much now. Now fit see am now, Abi. Yeah, now they see am now. Is there Christian genocide or no Christian genocide? Nigerian politicians, Nigerian government, and those that claim to be Nigerians. Is there Christian genocide? How did over 600 Christians in Benue State alone, listen very well, oh, in Benue State alone, only in Benue State, how did over 600,000 Christians, how did over 600,000 Christians in Benue State alone became IDP camps occupants? Who sent them to IDP camps? I was asking whether it was Angel Gabriel that sent them to IDP camps, or whether it was Archbishop Ekanem that sent them to IDP camps. Or is it Father Mbaka that sent them to IDP camps? Or is it Bishop Onaka that sent them to IDP camps? Is it Rita Rabbi that sent over 600,000 Christians in Benue State alone to IDP camps? These are the questions that we are asking, which we need people to understand and come and answer it. Yes, you need to ask Very important questions. You need to point it out to them for them to see and understand. Was it Father Mbaka that sent over 600,000 Christians to IDP camps? How did over 600,000 IDP for these people came to be? How did over 600,000 Christians, oh, you know, when I read this news, I did not see where um this bishop say this 600,000 they are Fulanis. No, I did not hear it. Oh. I did not hear that from him. I'm still looking at to see whether I will see that place where he said this is 100,000 they are Fulanis or they are uh, Muslim brothers that were sent to IDP camps. I don't check them. I don't check them. I don't see them more. I say I check this publication that I was looking to see where they say these 600,000 that they are Fulani children or Fulani terrorist children or they are Muslim genocide victims. I am asking a question. These US lawmakers that visited, they did not come back to come and give report that they saw over 600,000 Muslims or Fulani children of Muslims that were in IDP camps. What I saw is that over 600,000 Christians in Benue alone now living in IDP camps. US congressman raises alarm during the visit. So when we were making it known that there is Christian genocide in Nigeria, and then Nigerian government and their criminal bodies came out and said, no, there is no Christian genocide. There is no Christian genocide. How come now? How come now that we are seeing the US lawmakers visit Nigeria and come out? And then they are confirming that over 600,000 Christians in Benue alone are living in IDP camps. Why didn't they come to say it is over 600,000 Muslims? Why didn't they come to say it is over 600,000 children of Fulani terrorists? Why didn't they come to say otherwise? Why did they come back to also confirm that what they saw is over 600,000 Christians? So, is there Christian genocide or not? 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 This figure on the screen is not talking about 6,000. It's not talking about 600 is not talking about 6. No. But the figure is talking about 600,000. So that means when you count 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, 600,000. How many remain from 1 million? 400,000 ain't remain. No. So that means if he goes out from Benue State alone and enter another state, he will see 400,000 numbers to complete 1 million. Hey! And here are what? Christians, Christians, Christians. So is it Christian genocide now or not? Is it Christian genocide now or not? Who sent them to the IDP camps? Who sent them? Who sent them to IDP camps? Was it Father Mbaka that sent them to IDP camps? Was it Bishop Onaka that sent them to IDP camps? Was it Bishop Kuka that sent them to IDP camps? Was it Oyedepo that sent them to IDP camps? Was it Apostle Suleiman that sent them to IDP camps? Was it Femi Emmanuel that sent them to IDP camps? Was it Pastor Enenche that sent them to IDP camps? Was it Rita Rabbi that sent them to IDP camps? Was it Abel Damina that sent them to IDP camps? Was it the Redeemed Christian Church that sent their members to IDP camps, remove them from their houses, take their houses away from them, kill them, rape them, cut their heads to pieces, and then send them to IDP camps? I am asking you. I think nobody can give me an answer for this one. It shocked me. Shocked me. Thank you to everyone on TikTok. And thank you for those that are hitting the like and sharing some gift. Thank you so much. Please continue to hit the like button. Invite other people in because the message is hit. Do we still have Christian genocide in Nigeria? Message to the Nigerian government and Nigerian lovers and those that don't want to hear anybody clamp down on Nigeria. Is there Christian genocide in Nigeria? Why didn't you hear this US lawmaker say that from where he visited, he saw over 600,000 Fulani babies, women and children displaced in IDP camp? Why didn't you hear him say from where he visited, he saw over 600,000 Muslims, babies, displaced in IDP camps? Why is it that his report after visiting Nigeria, in Benue State alone, the IDP camp, his report came out that he saw over 600,000 Christians in Benue alone, now living in IDP camps? How come it's only the Christians that are the occupant of the IDP camps here? How come it was only Christians that occupy these IDP camps and their numbers raised to over 600,000 Christians? I thought Nigerians were denying that there is no Christian genocide. I thought Nigerians were denying that the congressional testimony that we submitted to the US Congress, that it was a lie, that there is no genocide. I thought they said Biafran people, BRGIE, frame up the narrative of Christian genocide to use it to gain favor from America on the recognition of Biafra independence. I thought they said we only use the Christian genocide as a narrative to sit on top of it to get what we want. I thought they said nothing like genocide exists in Nigeria. How come the US lawmaker visited Nigeria, visited the IDP camps, and then confirmed that over 600,000 Christians alone are in Benue IDP camps? Why didn't we hear him give a report about Muslim brothers and sisters that are in the IDP camp? Why is it only Christians that he gave the report? I know that after this one now, Nigerian government will now go and form a particular place, set up one IDP camps, hire some people and put them there and say these are Muslim IDP camps and these are Fulani IDP camps. I know they are very good in doing that. After now, as they are listening to us now, they will go and set that one up. So they went to Kenya to kidnap Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. But the real terrorists that have been kidnapping people, taking over their lands, and sending people, over 600,000 to IDP camps, Nigerian government did not see those people to kidnap. Nigerian government cannot go after them. Rather, what they do is that they go into contract with those people and pay them a humongous amount of money. They pay them 100 billion, 100 million, 200 million. They use it to buy more weapons, to take over more communities. That is why I said your problem is not from America. America are actually coming to try to help you. Who brought the terrorists? The people that brought these terrorists that are now taking over your communities, dislodging you and sending you to IDP camps. The people that brought these terrorists are your APC and PDP politicians. See them there on the screen. Your APC and PDP politicians brought these terrorists. These are the people that brought the terrorists. But now, everybody are crying, looking for US lawmakers. Everybody are crying now, looking for US lawmakers to come and remove the terrorists. But who brought the terrorists? It is Nigerian terrorist government. They brought the terrorists. But now, we are inviting US lawmakers all the way from US to come and see how to remove the terrorists. To even come to confirm that there is Christian genocide, because the same people that brought the terrorists deny that there is no terrorists. They deny that there is no Christian genocide. When America said they are coming with boots on the ground, guns are blazing on the terrorists to eliminate them, what did they say? They said, no, there is no terrorists. That you should not bring boots on the ground. You should not bring the Department of War from America to come, that you want to come and kill indigenous people. They changed the narrative. They started deceiving all of you and lying to all of you that the message is not about coming to eliminate terrorists, that it's about America invading Nigeria. All of you here now went with the narrative that, oh, America wants to invade Nigeria. How can America invade Nigeria? America wants to invade the terrorists. The invasion of America was to invade the terrorists. Invade the terrorists, bring them all down, because these terrorists have cost your lives. These terrorists have sent over 600,000 from their homes to IDP camps. Who created the terrorists? It's not America that created the terrorists, but it is your Nigerian politicians that created the terrorists because of their selfish interests, so that they can rig elections, so that they can be in power, so that they can continue to reign. But now, everybody are crying, calling on American lawmakers. Oh, come to our aid, come to help us. But we still ask, is there Christian genocide now? Are you people now accepting that there is Christian genocide? Hmm? After the US lawmakers have visited Nigeria to show you all that the genocide is real, that it is not stone that sent these women and children to IDP camp. It is a genocide that sent them to IDP camp. It is not sand that sent these people to IDP camps. It is genocide that sent them to IDP camp. And there is some group or there are some set of people that were brought in to carry out the genocide on the order of the Nigerian caliphate. So, is there genocide? Is there Christian genocide? How come the US lawmakers confirmed that there is Christian genocide on visiting Nigeria? They did not stay in America to finish their fact finding. Even with the first-hand evidence of information that they had, they still had to go down to the Nigeria to see if Nigerian government will lie to them inside Nigeria. Some of you did not understand why American lawmakers had to go to Nigeria, because I saw many of you had ill feelings about American lawmakers visiting Nigeria. You say, oh, they will bribe them, they will turn their heads upside down, they will come back and give the backside of the book on their report. I said, calm down, relax. When God wants to harden the heart of Pharaoh to use his stupidity to destroy Egypt and to free the children of Israel, he made him to become stupid and adamant. Yes, that is what has happened to the Nigerian terrorist government today. God has made them to be stupid and adamant and refuse to accept the fact and then claim that there is no Christian genocide. And now, US lawmakers went down to Nigeria to see for themselves and to also confirm and see those people that they saw some of them on the videos. They talk to them now, touch their body. They went to see if Nigerian government will still lie to them face to face inside Nigeria as they are touching the dead bodies of the babies, women, and children that were massacred. As they are putting their hands on the pulse, as they are seeing the victims and the survivors of the Christian genocide. So the question now is there Christian genocide in Nigeria? Or there is no Christian genocide? Or did BRGI create a story that did not exist to be able to destroy Nigeria? Did BRGI embark on a propaganda campaign in US, Washington, D.C., just to get their narrative of Biafra independence achieved? Did BRGIE just go to lie to the US Congress that there is Christian genocide when there was none? It is time for people to explain to us, because the US lawmakers have gone to see and confirm what we told them and what we showed them. And it will shock you to know that this investigation was only reported of Benue State. As we speak now, the people of Plateau State are calling on the US lawmaker to come over to Plateau State to also come and see their own report. Yes, of the Christian genocide. While some people in Samfara, some people in Kwara, some people in Borno will also be preparing themselves and doing same. But your politicians, your Nigerian celebrities, your yeye British, and all those that have been paid money to come online to debunk that there is No Christian genocide. I wonder where they will hide their faces now. Reno Mokori was hired to come and lie that there is no Christian genocide. And today they have compensated him with an ambassador position. How many of you will come to lie on the blood of the babies, women, and children just to be able to get money? We are bringing this program to an end, and we are going to play The Blood Still Speaks. Yes, because the blood of these babies, the women, and children still speaks. And I want to say a very big thank you to everyone who have keyed into this program. On Saturday is our regular fundraising to support Biafra freedom. Come and support your defense in the homeland. Come and support your BRJ recognition on the political, diplomatic, and international hard work that has to bring Biafra to the fore. On Sunday is African Union Liaison Town Hall meeting. So if you're from Africa, your residence in Africa, on Sunday is a town hall meeting. Prepare and come out in full force. Invite everybody. Our arms are wide open to all those that have been on defense and all those that have worked so hard to sabotage the effort of BRJ on the actualization of Biafra since our PM was in prison and since our leader, Mazen Amdekano, was kidnapped. BRJ have fought so hard and have not been waiting for you and have gone very far. That is how far we've been going with the speed, to the point that we are able to break records in the Washington, D.C., White House of America, where we held a congressional briefing educating the American lawmakers about the genocide and the quest for Biafra independence, the referendum that we carried out, the declaration, the kidnapping of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu by Nigerian government, the imprisonment of Simon Ekpa by Finland, and we made the Biafran case broader. It is on that same note that you saw that the U.S. lawmakers were informed of Biafra, and they had to comment on that same 20th, when Nigeria were pronouncing the death sentence and life imprisonment of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The U.S. lawmakers were having a congressional hearing. On that very day, they spoke about Biafra. They spoke about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu kidnapping and detention, and how the UN working group had ordered Nigeria to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and how the Nigerian court in 2022 had adjudicated that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu be released and paid compensations on the damages that they have caused. The Nigerian court have no jurisdiction to try him because of the way he was kidnapped and extraordinarily brought to Nigeria. And also that Nigerians and lawmakers in Nigeria had called for his release, and that Nigeria still went ahead to pronounce him death sentence and life imprisonment on the 20th of November. So if they were not educated and informed, how will they know of all this? So we invite all of you to be available on Saturday and on Sunday, please. Come with your friends and family and bring all that you have, please. Come and support. Yeah, merci. Come and support because we can't do it all alone. Our arms are wide open. We welcome everyone and we want everyone back to the fold. Okay? Please keep your ego aside and humble yourself and come down and support Biafra. If we don't do what we are doing, the 600,000 Christians that are in IDP camps that is happening in Benue, if we did not hearken to the voice of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, this will be happening in Biafra land. It is the formidability and the consistency, the determination and the focus on the ball that Biafra Defense Forces and some of you that have lived up to expectations had done to this day. This is what has averted over 600,000 of Biafran Christians to be the one in these IDP camps. But today you are reporting these IDP camps from Benue State. There are others of these IDP camps in other parts of Nigeria. The Biafran people have been able to avert this. So if you have not been contributing to support Biafra, it is time you come and join to support Biafra financially with what you have. Yes. Look out for the flyer. Look out for the Zoom link. Look out for the website. Go and support. Many of you that are on TikTok, you make coins, you collect gift on TikTok. From that gift that you collect on TikTok, you can also donate some of those gifts to Biafra government to support what we are doing. This is how the defense forces are able to protect your lands, that you are not having these things that are happening. So wake up, please. If you don't want the terrorists to invade your communities, wake up to face the needful. Because these over 600,000 you see on the screen, they did not become 600,000 in IDP camps by magic. The terrorists sent them there. If there were no Biafra Defense Forces, these numbers you see would have been in Biafra land. The blood still speaks, and everybody needs to wake up because the blood of the babies, women, and children that have been massacred still speaks. Ndewo ụmụ Chineke.
Oh, 4,998 gone in 1 year. Benue burned 85 in a week. The world's still clear. 6,000 run from Plateau Plains. No soldier near. December 25, the killers came. No Christmas cheer. 140 killed in Christmas raids. Churches crushed like brittle bones. Pregnant mother, toddler child. No names, just ashes, stones. They danced on pews we bled to build. They smiled while saints were shot and still they call it clash, not plot. The blood still speaks. It don't forget. It don't forgive. It cries unread. The blood still speaks. It stains the ground. It marks the map. It won't back down. The blood still speaks. You'll hear it now. Not vengeance, just the sound of truth aloud. But our mothers sleep in sewage. Our church is still unreturned. They call them reform fighters, we call them neighbors' graves. We bury the baptized, they rebrand the depraved. And every time we cry for help, they quote us stats and peace. But you can't plant hope on land where justice is deceased. The blood still speaks in burning fields, in Boko smoke, in Gwaza's hills. The blood still speaks in Sunday shoes, still soaked in red, inside the pews. The blood still speaks from girl to God, from grave to sky, from ash to rod. They killed us slow, they named it war, they blamed it tribe, they closed the door. But we know truth, it bleeds then burns, it waits in wells, it always returns. So build your silence tall and proud, our blood will pull it down out loud. The blood still speaks. And it speaks your name. We are still here. We are not the end. We are the witness. The blood still speaks. Oh, 4,998 gone in 1 year. Benue burned 85 in a week. The world's still clear. 6,000 run from Plateau Plains, no soldier near. December 25, the killers came, no Christmas cheer. 140 killed in Christmas raids, churches crushed like brittle bones. Pregnant mother, toddler, child, no names, just ashes, stones. They danced on pews we bled to build. They smiled while saints were shot and still they call it clash, not plot. The blood still speaks. It don't forget, it don't forgive. It cries unreal. The blood still speaks. It stains the ground, it marks the map, it won't back down. The blood still speaks. You'll hear it now, not vengeance, just the sound of truth aloud. They gave jobs to those who killed us, built houses for those who burned. But our mothers sleep in sewage, our church is still unreturned. They call them reform fighters. fighters, we call them neighbors' graves. We bury the baptized, they rebrand the depraved. And every time we cry for help, they quote us stats and peace. But you can't plant hope on land where justice is deceased. The blood still speaks in burning fields, in Boko smoke, in Gwaza's hills. The blood still speaks in Sunday shoes, still soaked in red, inside the pews. The blood still speaks from girl to God, from grave to sky, from ash to rod. They killed us slow, they named it war, they blamed it tribe, they closed the door. But we know truth, it bleeds then burns, it waits in wells, it always returns. So build your silence tall and proud, our blood will pull it down out loud. The blood still speaks. The blood still roars, it shakes the dome, it breaks the floor. The blood still speaks from every name you failed to say, still flames remain. The blood still speaks, not for revenge, but for the king. The bitter end will not be this, will not be shame, will not be silence, will not be blame. The blood still speaks, and it speaks your name. We are still here, we are not the end. We are the witness, the blood still speaks.